Greetings, it's Jerry here. So I often buy things off AliExpress, and I always chuck a few extra bits and pieces in my cart whenever I do that. Stuff that I think looks interesting, or I think might be worth a shot, or it's just crazy and I want to have a look at it. Let's take a look at this. So it comes in this little package, little sleeve, and as you can see, they are a pair of glasses, but not just any glasses. These are adjustable glasses for both reading and long distance. I'll have a look at that in a minute, but let me just show you these. And so the idea behind this is there are little dials on each end, and if you adjust those dials, don't know if you can see that, but it's moving the lens, physically moving one of the lenses. So there appear to be two lenses, one in front of the other, and you're supposed to be able to dial in your prescription wearing these glasses, which is a fantastic idea, in my opinion, especially for me, is that sometimes I'm working on the bench and I have to work just that little bit far away from the computer screen or something like that. And it would be great to be able to dial in the glasses to fit that distance that I happen to be using at that particular time. I use reading glasses all the time, and I cannot, for the life of me, read pretty much anything without them. But my long distance sight is quite good. So we'll have a look at these and see whether they're any good. We might as well look at the instructions first. So I'll just quickly show you both sides so you can pause it if you would like to read the instructions yourself. But let's go over it. It's called DialVision. So far and nearsightedness. The lens power range is -6 to +3 diopters. So I think my reading glasses are around about 1.7 or something like that. So this should be within my range. And so the instructions for use. So there's an adjustment for distance, which I have no problem with, so I won't be doing that. But basically it says turn the dials on both sides of the frame forward and you hear them click, and then basically you cover one eye and you twist the dial backwards until it's in focus. And pretty much the same instructions for reading. Put something for you to read down and adjust them until you can read. Okay, so that seems pretty simple. Now, I have no idea whether these are real DialVision branded glasses. So take that into account. They didn't cost a lot of money. They cost a couple of dollars in actual fact. And, they didn't come in a box. They just came straight in a package from China. So this could be a knockoff. This could be the real thing. Who knows? But just bear that in mind. I'm not, if I say that these are rubbish, I'm not accusing DialVision of being rubbish. It may not even be theirs. So I can tell you right now, well, first of all, they look terrible. You wouldn't want to wear these in public, they look really weird having the two lenses. So there's that. The plastic is incredibly cheap. It's really, nothing to inspire confidence. And we've got these plastic dials on the side, which, they seem to work. The lenses themselves are made of really cheap plastic. Nothing about it is inspiring any sort of confidence in me. But let's not be unfair to them. So what I'll do is I will put them on, and I will do as they say. I'm turning the dial until they're right forward. I'm covering one eye. I'm going to do the left hand one first, and I'm just trying to read this text. I cannot read this text without glasses. And okay, as I'm turning them, they are coming into focus. Okay, so I can now read this here with my left eye, which I couldn't before. So I'll swap to my right eye, and I will do the same thing. Okay, and now I'm looking at this with both eyes. So can I read it? Yeah, actually I can. The focus point of the glasses is really, really small. So I've got to make sure I'm looking directly, I've got my head pointing right down, and I'm looking through the part of the lens which I need to, which is actually very similar to those reading glasses you get that are multifocal, where they go from one extreme down to the other, and you have to actually look through a different part of the lens if you're looking down to read or up for distance. So nothing is perfect, but do they work? Yes, they do. Actually, they do work. I'm finding it quite unpleasant to look at. Also, the lenses are so plasticky that they're not completely clear. They're a bit fuzzy, even when I'm looking exactly through the right part of it. But do they work? Yes. Would I consider using them? I don't think so. Now, the thing about my eyesight is that both eyes are relatively the same, right? So I can get away with using off-the-shelf prescription glasses, which sometimes I'm forced to purchase when I forget my reading glasses or I lose them. So for instance, here is a cheap pair of reading glasses, and these say plus 1.75, right? So if I put these on, the difference is night and day. I can see completely through these. The lenses are plastic, but they are perfectly clear. They work 100%, and they feel far better quality than these things. But if you had a very large difference between your left eye and your right eye, then yeah, okay, I could see that you could get by with these. It would be unpleasant, don't get me wrong, but if you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere or something and you need to read a map, or you need to read something on your phone, your GPS or something like that, you could definitely get away with this. But you'd be so much better closing one eye and using a magnifying glass. Absolutely, 100%. There would be no competition between these and doing that. I would much rather do that than try and look through these fuzzy plasticky lenses. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting idea, and I really like the idea that of adjustable glasses, but yeah, I could not recommend these. So once again, okay, even though it says DialVision on here, these might not be real. These might be some Chinese knockoff, and that's why they're selling for a couple of bucks. But yeah, I really couldn't recommend these. I think anybody who used them would be disappointed. I guess if you were using glasses for distance vision, then okay, that might be a more solid reason for using them, because obviously you can't just use something like this. But definitely for close-up work, for reading, and what I wanted to use it for was to be able to look at things that are just that that extra couple of inches away from me that are out of focus when I use my normal reading glasses. There's absolutely no way I would use these. Anyway, it was well worth looking at them. I would love to see a quality pair of these that actually worked. I could really see the use in those. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have a pair of these? Are these legitimate, or are these just a knockoff? Leave me a comment if you have an opinion on that, and subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.